Hey, welcome to The Explainer. This is where we take really big, sometimes complicated ideas, and we boil them down into simple, powerful frameworks that you can actually use.
So you've probably seen these stories floating around, right? I mean, they're all over social media. People who seem to be making an absolute fortune from their knowledge, and sometimes in the most unexpected areas you can imagine.
Like, get this. There's this one person who reportedly pulled in over $1 million online.
And what were they teaching? Microsoft Excel. Yep, you heard me right, that spreadsheet program. So, how? How is that even possible? It's not some kind of internet magic, I promise you. It's a playbook.
So in this explainer, we are digging into that playbook. We're going to pull out 4 of its most powerful secrets, drawn from the minds of today's top digital experts. We've really distilled the core strategies from sources like ExpertSecrets and Digital Millionaire Secrets into a super clear framework. Okay, you ready? Let's dive in.
All right, secret number 1. It's called the reluctant hero. And this first secret, it's all about who even gets to be an expert in the first place. And trust me, the answer is probably not what you're thinking. It's a total mindset shift.
You know, so many of us, we hold ourselves back, right? We think, oh, I can't teach that. I'm not the world's #1 authority. You know, I don't have a PhD and a dozen books published. But here's the thing. The secret that just unlocks this entire game, you only need to be one single chapter ahead of the people you want to help.
I mean, think about this. The story goes that Frank Abagnale, you know, the master impersonator from Catch Me If You Can, he actually taught a university-level sociology class using this exact principle. He wasn't the world's leading sociologist. He was just the guide, a little bit further down the path, reading one chapter ahead of his students. It's wild.
And this is so key. The leaders who really connect with people, they're not these perfect, flawless gurus on a mountaintop. No, they're what the playbooks call an attractive character. They've got a backstory, you know, a journey. They're not afraid to share their flaws, their struggles, and they create this powerful sense of community, this us versus them feeling that gets people fired up and ready to follow.
Okay, so you've got this relatable leader. What are they actually selling? Well, it's usually not just a small improvement on an old idea. It's something brand new. And that brings us right to secret number 2.
See, instead of just trying to sell an improvement, you know, building a slightly better mousetrap than the next guy, the playbook says you create a new opportunity. This isn't about making the old way a little better. It's about introducing a completely new, different way to get the result people want.
So here's the big takeaway. You're not just offering a better diet plan. No, you're offering a brand new discovery in ketosis that changes everything. You're not selling a better website builder. You're selling the idea of a funnel, which makes the old clunky website feel totally obsolete. See the difference? It's a whole new category.
And this right here, this quote from the legendary Dan Kennedy, it's everything. If you can't have the lowest price, you need to be the most expensive. When you create your own category, you completely step outside of the price war. You're not cheaper than or more expensive than, you are the only one. And that gives you the power to command a premium.
So, how do you actually price this shiny new opportunity to make it feel like an absolute steal, even if it's a premium price? Well, you don't just sell a product. You present an offer that's, well, basically impossible to refuse.
The way this is done is through a brilliant technique called an offer stack. And the idea is just so smart. You pile on so much extra value, bonuses, trainings, community access, tools, that the actual price you ask for seems tiny in comparison.
It's like you're building a tower of value right in front of their eyes. You start with the core program. Bam! You anchor that value. Let's say it's $997. Then you start stacking. Oh, and you also get this quick start training. Bam! Another $497 in value. And access to our private community. Bam! And live Q&A coaching calls. Bam! You just keep stacking. And look what happens. Before you even mention the price, the customer is looking at this huge mountain of value. They're mentally holding on to something that's worth almost $2,000. The entire conversation has shifted from how much does it cost to look at everything I get.
And right at that moment, when that total value is crystal clear in their mind,
You hit them with the actual price. By anchoring the value way up here and then bringing the price way down here, the decision just becomes a complete no-brainer for the right person.
It's not about the cost anymore. It's about the incredible deal they're getting. Okay, last piece of the puzzle. This incredible, irresistible offer. It isn't just thrown out into the world randomly. No, it's delivered through a very carefully engineered, predictable path. One that's designed to maximize value for everyone involved.
This path is called the value ladder, and it's all about building trust over time. You start at the bottom rung with some low-risk bait, maybe a free book or a super cheap product, just to get the relationship started. From there, the people who want more will climb up to your main front-end offer. That's the big course we just talked about. Then, for your most dedicated fans, you offer them a high-ticket, back-end experience, like personal coaching or a mastermind. And the glue holding this whole thing together? Continuity. A monthly subscription that creates predictable income and keeps that community buzzing.
And this right here, this chart really shows the big secret to scaling. It's kind of counterintuitive. For a lot of these 7- and 8-figure businesses, the majority of the money doesn't even come from that first big course sale. It comes from the high-ticket, high-transformation programs on the back end, sold to just a small handful of their most committed customers.
All right, so we've looked at the reluctant hero, the new opportunity, the irresistible offer, and the value ladder. When you put it all together, what's the one big idea we should walk away with?
It boils down to this incredibly powerful idea, this mantra. You're just one funnel away. It's not about trying to master 100 different marketing tactics. No, it's about getting laser-focused on one core message for one specific audience and delivering it through one single perfected funnel. That's the whole game.
What this whole playbook really suggests is that a single, focused idea, when you package it the right way, can literally change everything. Not just for you, but for the people that you choose to serve. So, the final question isn't really about the playbook anymore. It's about you. What is that unique knowledge that you have? And who is out there right now just waiting to hear it?